I am Sam Hoy. This project is pod person. It's a two-part project. The first part is a grammar parser or inducer, which takes some source text and creates a context-free grammar. A context-free grammar is a sort of formal convention in linguistics and computer science, and then you can use that context-free grammar to force the user to try and create sentences that are valid within that in a game, which are valid within that context-free grammar. So context-free grammars don't always match English, but we have a very simple context-free grammar, which we have here. So the context-free grammar here is simply the word "hey" period is the only valid sentence. So if we start the game, then we can see that the only two characters that show up are "hi" and "period," and the only valid sentence is "hi" and "period." So the game will tell you if you start to create a sentence that's not valid, like "hi hi," which is two highs in a row, is never a valid sentence because the only valid sentence is "hi" period. So you'll lose the game. You can also if you make it to the end, it would double your points. So there's always a way to make it to the end, which is done through backtracking, but actually doing it. In fact, it's now impossible to do it because we can't actually go through things that we've already been on. So, but there's always a way to do it. Obviously, "hi" period isn't a particularly interesting phrase, so we have the second example, where we have perhaps a little bit more interesting. We have multiple different phrases now, so there's actually many different ways that these words can be combined. But there are also some variation of "the cat swims fast." So in this case, I think that the full sentence is kind of hard to find there because often, it's a very complicated thing. So "fast cat" period? Nope, that's not a valid sentence. It's often very difficult to find the sentences, especially since English isn't actually described by a context-free language. Oh, I hit the wrong button. But "the fast cat swims" period is a valid sentence, and then we get points for that. I don't know if I used the correct one, but there was always a way to make it to the end. It's often very difficult to find, especially when you have not that much data, so there's not really that many valid context-free grammars. But you can add more to the context-free to the source text and therefore to the grammar simply by having what's essentially a conversation with the computer. So the computer can talk out loud and will also display this text here. And you can respond to in this text box. The cat went to the big store. So know that this is a completely grammatically reasonable sentence in English, even if it doesn't actually make sense. Apart from entering with the text box, you can also do it with voice commands. So you can simply talk to the computer, and then when you do this, this will be added to the actual game. So cat went. Oh, that's not valid because cat should swim. Cat swims fast is a valid sentence. That's actually not going to be able to be finished. So the cat went is now valid because went is a noun and it fits into the pattern. The cat went fast is not correct because it actually isn't the sense that's accepted by our grammar, which is a bit strange. Because in English that is accepted, but our grammar doesn't actually explicitly define that, so it doesn't accept it. So this has been a context-free grammar-based game. Thank you.